Wow, so I've been busy over the last week and things have gotten wild and wacky. I'm not even going to go to touch on every piece of drama here, but this is just crazy. So let's start off with Twitch killing themselves because this is just amazing for me. So starting off, we have Twitch saying that the 70-30 split is going to end up being gone uh, starting June 1st, 2023. Streamers are going to end up not earning their 20 or their 70-30 split anymore. And yeah, and it says that for the top 1% of streamers, 90% of the streamers on standard agreements with premium subscription terms, the change will not affect their current revenue. For those who are affected, they wanted to make sure that the impact was minimal. And now Twitch is requiring streamers to run to up to 10 minutes of ads an hour, and I believe most streamers admitted that they are only forced to run 3 to 4 minutes of ads every hour. It's just crazy. Oh yeah, they ended up having a bunch of streamers such as Komiko and Durba talk about how they're gonna move on and do different streaming services if Twitch does this, and a bunch of other big streamers are just about to go off the platform and don't want to be in here anymore. It's kind of like watching a chemist make a nuclear bomb and have no idea how it's done, and this Twitch is just blowing this up in their face, and then once the electrical fire starts from the bomb, Twitch just decides to dump water on it and make the fire bigger. Absolutely insane drama from Twitch. But it doesn't even stop there. It ends up getting a little bit better as Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz started a Twitch channel and decided to go in and start harassing streamers. Yeah, so Matt Gaetz, who's currently famous in the media for being dumb, but other than that, he's famous and popular for being investigated for child sex trafficking. And the timing for Matt Gaetz was just awful because now Twitch is doing an internal investigation to see if there's any uh, issue with child predators. So I don't want to dive too deep into the weeds with this one. I just think that this was kind of silly that he picked just the worst timing, especially while he's in investigation. So yeah, I'm gonna stop with that drama. Moving on to the next piece of drama, we have XQC fires back at Hassan over shit camp comments. And for those of you who don't know, Cutie Cinderella, who's the girlfriend of Ludwig, she set up an amazing camp last year for, I think it was just for like with content creators, and that she called it shit camp, and it did so good on YouTube and Twitch that she decided to do it again. And this year XQC was supposed to come and Soda Poppin', but I guess Soda Poppin' decided not to go, and that means that XQC just ditched the event without telling anyone. And by not telling anyone, they were waiting for him to come, and he never showed up. Hassan told everyone that the XQC not showing up was unfathomably awful because Cutie Cinderella busted her ass to organize an event, which is kind of true. So then this started a bunch of drama where XQC came out and started attacking people back. He's been quoted as saying Hassan is a decent friend to people, but did he take the due diligence of seeing if information he had was wrong or true? Did he double check or reach out when something happened? No, he did not. And then Hassan was blamed as assuming the worst. And then Hassan has been quoted as saying, "Is that somebody you want to be a genuine friend with, overlap with all the time, make an actual bond, or is it more an acquaintance for streaming content? You have to gauge it," he said, while talking on stream. Yeah, it's just been absolutely insane. And they've been kind of, having beef before. They had a little bit of beef. I'm not entirely sure how bad it was, but I guess in June 2022, XQC ranked us on as a B tier streamer in his streaming tier list. But yeah, so this is just kind of crazy for me. And, I do agree that XQC probably shouldn't have ditched. It's fucked up that he just leaves. But at the same time, I think that this whole drama is just a little silly and goofy. And then, so another thing that happened is you might remember me making a video about a YouTuber who got fucked on cam a couple weeks ago. There was a little bit of drama that came out where someone on Twitter posted a full clip that was a little bit longer of her getting fucked on cam and acting like that drama was her being fucked again. Turns out it was not actually that. It was just a fake clip or an extended clip, the Snyderverse of being fucked on cam with the HyperXs. And yeah, so that, not really much to talk about there. She doesn't deserve anything extra. I mean, other than I feel like she should have had more than a 7-day ban. But yeah, so anyway, it's that there's enough about that drama. Just wanted to talk about it and clarify that. And moving on to the next piece of drama, we have G2 Esports Carlos Rodriguez stepping down following the Andrew Tate controversy. For those of you who don't know, Carlos Rodriguez is the CEO or former CEO of G2 Esports, and he made the organization Gamer2 back a long time ago. He was seen with Andrew Tate partying after G2 Esports won a huge gaming event. I don't know which exact gaming event it was, but then this sparked the meme of him saying, "Fuck you guys, I'll be or friends with whoever the fuck I want" on Twitter, and then having a bunch of people do that. And it's just gotten pretty crazy. He made an apology video, and it just was kind of a shit video where he basically was saying that he's not going to step down for any other reason than he wants to. It's pretty crazy. He did follow the video though, the end of the video by saying that he was taking full responsibility over everything that went on in the last few days. And then even G2 made a statement which stated that it's been a tough week for all of us following the events of last weekend. We received and accepted Carlos's announcement to step down as CEO of G2. As a global esports organization serving the world's most diverse fan base, we take responsibility for our fans, employees, and team members. Skipping a bunch. We do not support any form of misogyny, continue to prioritize fostering and inclusivity and supporting a diverse gaming community, fully committed to the legacy of G2 and feel empowered by the passion and commitment of the G2 army. And this has actually been a lot of other issues. G2, who has one of the best Valorant teams in the game, ended up being kicked out. They're not allowed to play in the upcoming Valorant tournament. I guess they got franchised, so now only select teams can be put in. And G2 didn't make it, TSM didn't make it, FaZe, Optic, all kinds of different teams didn't make it. And yeah, that's a little bit upsetting. And we can jump into the last piece of, or the second to last piece of drama, because I'm going to talk about this one before I move on to just the really silly one. This is with Drake feuding with music critic Anthony Fantano. This is absolutely amazing. He is so embarrassing. He came in thinking he dropped a fat shit about Anthony Fantano, and instead he ended up slipping on a banana peel and breaking his nose. Drake started feuding with who he calls internet busiest music nerds by leaking their direct messages about an Instagram story which read, "Your existence the light one, and the one causes because you're alive." A reference to Fantano's tradition of reviewing albums on a scale of 1 to 10. And this is all because Fantano gave Drake's newest album, Honestly Nevermind, a not good or 1 out of 10. And so then Fantano may have prompted Drake to leak his own DMs by releasing a video on his second channel. And this is just wild. The Instagram live after Drake posted the screenshot, Fantano said essentially what happened is for reasons unknown to me. Drake was in his feelings as he tends to be. And then he said he got a DM request from Drake, which was a little bit of a diss. And then Drake this was starting like all kinds of weird things where apparently he's friends with Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown, who currently is 17. And then he said this is why he has ghostwriters, because the quality of insult when you get that man is working solo dolo. If I want to get an insult in my inbox, I would have just talked to a middle schooler. And then he comes in saying something. He asked Drake for a vegan cookie recipe or something. Very, very, very weird. It's very funny to me, I think. And just to show that off the DMs. Absolutely insane DMs. Your existence is the light one, and this one is the one because you're alive, and because you somehow wifed a black girl and feeling a light, decent one on your existence. It's crying like a fucking 17-year-old little kid who just got told that they're grounded. And yeah, basically this one was just really goofy and just a huge embarrassment from Drake's end. Absolutely insane. I cannot believe that this happened and this was a real thing. I heard about it through a bunch of YouTubers, and it turns out it's actually a real thing. And then finally, the one that I think that people have been hearing about a lot, Adam Levine cheated on his superstar Victoria's Secret girlfriend, and he just shows basically that if he can get a hot girlfriend, then all of us can. Yeah, absolutely insane. He has been quoted as saying that there was no affair with an Instagram model, but he did cross a line. And this thing has become the most viral scandal ever. There's something where like people said that he is like your body so fucking hot or something like that. Actually, one of the craziest things I've ever seen. It's so cringe and so funny that someone who hasn't really been a music star for the last couple of years, that his band kind of killed themselves and jumped off a cliff, did manage to do this. Absolutely amazing, and I love it. But if you can take a look here, you see like all kinds of clips from NBC News who got in on the fun. Actually, just one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And yeah, I'm hoping that there's not going to be much drama or much more drama that I miss. There's so much more that I missed, a bunch of which I don't even want to talk about because it's way, way, way too serious. But yeah, that's about all I got for this video, and I'll talk to you guys later on. See ya.